Welcome to the first show of the semester. I'm Sarah Marshall.
And I'm Cameron Fisher. The Office of Sustainability held a community garden market in Eisenhower Commons on Tuesday. A vegetable stand was set up where students could purchase fresh produce at a reasonable price. A wide variety of options were available, including tomatoes, peppers, onions, potatoes, eggs, and more. All of the produce is grown in the Grantham Community Garden located here on campus. This is just one of many ways that the Office of Sustainability aims to serve the Messiah community and promote responsible agriculture techniques. For more information about the program and how you can get involved, visit messiah.edu/sustainability.
SAB hosted their summer send-off jukebox night. Daniel Leppert has the story.
SAB noticed that some students were hesitant to share their music tastes. To make this more approachable, SAB hosts a jukebox night and curates the playlist with genres like country, pop, R&B, rock, and metal, while also mixing in student song requests. This way, everyone can enjoy their favorite tunes anonymously and discover new music in a space that feels comfortable and inclusive.
I'm the music executive of SAB, and we are basically an organization on campus that caters to the entire student body, and we create a diverse set of events throughout the week to provide entertainment to everybody. So this is our jukebox night, and basically it's to allow people to showcase their music taste in a more covert way. So you can just put down your music and they'll play and no one will know whose song was whose, but you can enjoy it in a public space. And we also have some cookies and lemonade so people can enjoy snacks and have fun. I have a listening party coming up in the next 2 weeks. It'll actually be for K-pop Demon Hunters, which has like skyrocketed to the top of the charts. So if you're a fan of the movie, I would highly recommend coming out. We'll have some crafts related to the movie, and we'll also have some snacks related. So if you like ramen, I would highly recommend coming. This is a little bit of a teaser, but we do have a large concert coming to campus next spring. Can't say much about it, but it is in the works, and I'm very excited about it.
To stay up to date on all SAB events, follow them on Instagram at MessiahSAB.
Thanks, Danielle. Sarah, do you like decorating your dorm?
I have an apartment this semester, and I would say, Cameron, that I really do like decorating the apartment. Before I settled in for this semester, my mom and I went out to Home Goods, and we bought a rug, a lamp, and pillows for the couch. Are you into home decor yourself?
Well, I am, sort of. I have a rug for my dorm, and but I like decorating with a lot of hockey decor, and because you know me in hockey and everything like that. But the annual HDFS poster sale is back, and students are lining up to grab their favorite designs. The HDFS poster sale brought the Messiah community together, enjoying creativity and connection. It provided a space for students and faculty to come together while supporting campus programs and initiatives, making it a win-win for both the university and art lovers. Whether decorating your dorm or looking for a unique gift, there was something for everyone at this year's poster sale.
Well, I think it comes at a really good time at the beginning of the semester when students are looking to decorate their rooms. The posters are also very affordable, so that works really well. So it's been a very successful event, and we've been thrilled to sponsor it.
We'll be back with more Falcon Update after this break.
Welcome back to Falcon Update. I'm Cameron Fisher.
And I'm Sarah Marshall. Cameron, how are you doing this evening?
Sarah, thank you for asking. I'm doing pretty well. Kraken hockey starts in 1 month, so does Capitals hockey. So I brought out the Kraken tie tonight to celebrate that. But how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired. Probably didn't have as much caffeine as I usually do, so I'm feeling it a little, but super excited to be here for our first show. Let's see what Danny Johnson has in the works for this week's Falcon Forecast. Danny?
Welcome back to this week's Falcon Forecast. I'm Danny Johnson. Currently, we're sitting at roughly 70 degrees, definitely a little bit sunnier outside compared to last Monday where it was a little bit dreary and cold outside. A high of 73, so we won't see that anymore throughout the rest of today, but a low of 46. So definitely by the time that this show is over, you'll want to have a little bit of a coat and a little bit of a jacket. Tomorrow, for their Tuesday planner, 6 a.m. if you're an early riser, definitely have a jacket on because those colds and those sinuses are going around here this week. By 12 p.m. it will be 70 degrees, so not too hot, not too cold, so definitely one of those better weather weeks for us here today. Tomorrow, and then by 6 p.m. tomorrow it'll be about 72, and then it'll go down to 62 by the end of tomorrow night. Looking ahead at our service map, there isn't very much rain coming in, more towards the south side, so thankfully up here in PA, we are doing all right. We're going to hold off on some rain. We definitely know that during the summer we had plenty of that. So as moving forward, we're going to look at our temperature map here for this week. And like I said, not much rain, so it is going to be mid-50s up to the mid-70s, so definitely not too hot, but it definitely is bringing fall a little bit in here, which I am very excited for. With that being said, we are going to take this to our dew points now, where you might not be as thrilled, because I am definitely not thrilled. It is going to be a humid week. Starting off today, high of 41 in our humidities, all the way till Thursday and Friday, where it's going to be 50% humidity, which definitely doesn't seem like a lot, but as soon as it hits the PA air, it is definitely too humid for me, and you immediately walk outside and it just feels a little bit yucky. So with that, our 7-day forecast coming up here, we'll see by Monday we will see a little bit of rain coming in, but tomorrow definitely one of our sunnier days, and then Thursday through Saturday you will see more sun. So if you are a person who needs the sun to be able to get through your days, definitely try and step outside a few times throughout the week. And then by Monday, definitely bring back come back to watch our show with a umbrella and a raincoat. That's all for this week's Falcon Forecast. Sending it back to the desk.
Thanks, Danny. Now it's time for this week's campus calendar, and Jose Gonzalez Crespo is here to tell us what is happening on campus this week.
Hello, Basai. My name is Jose Gonzalez Crespo, and I have the pleasure and privilege of delivering to you your first campus calendar of the semester. I know the first couple days can be a bit hectic on the first years, but I promise it gets better. With plenty to do on campus after classes, let's see what's in store for us this week. On Tuesday, the Agape Center will be hosting Clearance Night from 6 o'clock to 7:30 p.m. in Howey Atrium, Boyer 136 for anyone interested. For anyone who needs to obtain clearances for a club, program, service, internships, camp, and student teaching. On Wednesday, ASA will be hosting a trivia night from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. in Larson Student Union, where they will be testing your knowledge of Asian food, pop culture, geography, and history. Word of advice, don't bring your anime cosplay outfit. This is not Comic-Con. On Thursday, Hot Setter Chapel will be hosting Powerhouse, a student-led worship night to join in community and take break from schoolwork. The event is from 8:30 to 9:45 p.m. and will continue weekly until December 11th. Get the inspiration you need to finish out your week strong. On Friday, Lost Films will be presenting the new Superman movie at Parmer Cinema at 8 o'clock p.m. for $1 and at 7 o'clock p.m. Saturday night. Get in tune with your inner superhero. Just make sure to keep your hands to yourself because the Justice League is not taking applications. On Saturday night, the Caribbean Student Association will be hosting their kickback at Rafiki Backyard from 6 to 9 o'clock. Come for some backyard activities, good music, and chill vibes. Lastly, on Sunday, join SAB for Coffee House at the Larson Student Union from 8 p.m. to 10 o'clock. Come support your fellow students in a night filled with plenty of talent. So without further ado, this concludes your campus calendar at Messiah for this week. Let's send it back to the desk because we got more in store for you tonight at YBTV.
Thanks, Jose. Cameron, did you do anything fun over summer break?
Did I do anything fun over summer break? I am fun. I went to my first and second ever Buc-ee's. And for those of you watching, if you haven't been to Buc-ee's, the closest one is in Rockingham, Virginia. I highly suggest you go. But I did get to catch up with a former YBTV alum, Caleb Kukin, working with the Savannah Bananas in Baltimore this summer. What'd you do?
I actually got to go to Ireland over the summer for a couple weeks with my family, and we got to see Places like the Cliffs of Moher and Monaster Boyce and Giants Causeway. Those are some pretty big sights to see, and I loved all of them. It was a great experience.
Nice.
But yeah. Well, let's see what people on campus had to share. Daniel Leppert has this week's Falcon on the Street.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Leppert, and welcome to this week's Falcon on the Street for the 2025-2026 academic school year. Today, we're going to go ahead and find out what your fellow Falcons highlights were from this summer. Let's go take a look.
I would say working at a summer camp, I got to lead some kids to Christ, and it was the coolest thing ever.
Well, I was able to perform with a professional choir during the summer with one of my professors from Messiah, and it was a wonderful experience to sing some good choral, like Slavic work. It was fun.
What was the highlight from your summer break?
I got married. That's about it.
I think the highlight from my summer break was going to Poland on a missions trip with the Agape Center. We got to teach some kids conversational English, and I got to visit a few of the historic landmarks there.
The highlight from my summer break was going on a 8-day cruise, the Caribbean 8-day cruise. It was a graduation present from my mom for graduating with my associate degree, so that was pretty cool.
I got to spend one day at Outer Banks with my family.
The highlight for my summer break was my 2.5-month Texas summer camp, where I served as a counselor and got to teach a lot of children about the gospel, so it was a really fun time.
What was the highlight from your summer break?
I had a lot of fun going on some hikes with my family and some friends.
This summer, I had the opportunity to be a video production intern, and I also had plenty of downtime to read a lot of really great books. That's all for this week's Falcon on the Street. For YBTV, I'm Danielle Leppert.
That's all we have for right now, but stay tuned because Libby and Connor are going to bring you the latest on Messiah Sports.
Absolutely filthy goal there. Boom goes the dynamite.
Sports! Welcome back to YBTV Sports on Falcon Update. I'm Libby Zimmerman.
And I'm Connor Zodi. We're here to get you all caught up on the busy start to the season for Messiah Sports.
A busy start indeed, Connor, as almost all of our fall sports here on campus are underway. But before we jump into the highlights of this year, we had a few moments to look back on from the extended spring season this past summer.
Softball had a great season, leading the Lady Falcons to claim their 12th conference championship in the MAC Commonwealth and move on to compete in the first round of the NCAAs.
The baseball team had a record-breaking season as they captured their own conference title, punching their ticket to the NCAA tournament. The team went 8-0 before taking on the Warhawks of Wisconsin Whitewater in the tournament finals. In honor of this incredible accomplishment, we have a special highlight reel right here on YBTV.
What a phenomenal end to the season for the baseball team.
It really was. I got the opportunity to watch the game with some fellow Messiah athletes at one of our golf tournaments that we hosted over the summer, and it was really amazing to see just how it brought people together, to witness one of our teams make such a great moment together.
That is great, Libby. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
And I'm glad you were able to be a part of that. But switching gears just a little bit, it's been a great start to the season for many of Messiah's fall teams so far. And what better way to showcase that than with some amazing highlights in this semester's first edition of the Falcon 4.
For the first highlight of the year, we head to Shoemaker Field, where the Messiah men's soccer team faced off against the Prof of Rowan University. Rowan had a 3-1 lead in the second half until this incredible play from the Falcons. Matthew Griffin here with the ball gets it all the way down the field to Lee. Lee finds an opening in Schneider, and Schneider is dodging all the defenders over the goalie and finds an opening back in Lee for a wide open goal right there. What a beautiful point. You see the ball just finds Lee's feet and he passes off to Schneider. Schneider just dodging all the defenders over the goalie and then gets it back to the middle for Lee for, again, just a beautiful shot there. That goal closed the gap and reopened the possibilities for the Falcons. Patrick Lee went on to score another goal in the second half, bringing the score to 3 each. However, the Falcons ultimately dropped the closely contested match after the last-minute goal from the Profs. The team is back in action on Wednesday at Dickinson College.
Let's take this next highlight to Anderson Field, which played host to the Messiah Field Hockey home opener on Wednesday against the Franklin and Marshall Diplomats. The 9th-ranked Falcons were trailing 2-0 late in the first half, and Ellie Lefevre created a much-needed spark as time expired. Here we see just mere seconds left on the clock. The Falcons driving up the field. Lefevre is going to get it here in just a moment. She'll have control, looks one way, fakes, goes around, chips it up and over everybody and right into the net. And that is just an incredible play. You'll see she knows she's going to have a defender on her right, so why not do a little spin move to the left? Still has just a moment to set up her shot and gets it right where nobody can reach it. A Chelsea Carpenter goal tied the score, but the Diplomats ended up coming away with both the final goal of the game and the 3-2 victory. In addition to Lefevre and Carpenter's goals, Lindsay Campione recorded an assist for the Falcons. They then fell to Salisbury University on Saturday by a score of 4-0. They'll be looking to turn things around in New Jersey this coming Saturday when they take on the Montclair State University Redhawks.
Moving on to Hitchcock Arena, women's volleyball hosted their annual tri-match on Saturday. In the second game of the day, the women fought hard to take on the second set of the Cougars of Misericordia. Claire Marzolino was up to serve, and the Falcons were down 13-15. Right here, you see the serve from Marzolino. Osprey's passing it around there. They get it over to Adams, who gets it back to Marzolino and sets it up for a perfect kill right from Bowler. Taking another look here in a second, you can see them just setting up, waiting for the Cougars. Adams with the dig over to Marzolino. Again, just a beautiful set to Bowler, who just finds that big open hole right in the middle of the court. And this electric moment from Bowler closed the gap in the Cougars' lead and kept the Falcons at a competitive pace. After going point for point, however, the Falcons unfortunately could not secure the win. In the second half of the tri-match, the women came back stronger than before against the Osprey of Stockton University and went on to win 3-1.
And last but not least, we head to Shoemaker Field, where number 8 Messiah Women's Soccer hosted the Ursinus College Bears. The Falcons were up 1-0 in the first half when Andrea Frederick made this fantastic play. We're going to have a corner kick coming in from Hannah Lashley here momentarily, and right as she kicks it, it goes right up into the middle in front, and Frederick just heads it right on in. It's that simple. Great play, great timing, just blending into the traffic in front of the net, perfects the timing going up and puts it right over the shoulder of the goalie, who cannot do anything about it at that point. And the Falcons added one more goal to their total for the game, winning 3-0. Frederick, Nikki Davis, and Mia Libby all scored for Messiah. They're off to a spectacular start to the 2025 season with a record of 4-0, and they have yet to allow a goal. Their next game is this Wednesday when they travel to Westminster, Maryland to play McDaniel College.
Connor, those are definitely some great highlights already, and the season is just getting started.
It really is crazy, Libby. And speaking of highlights, one of Messiah's own coaches hit a personal milestone this past week. Women's soccer coach Scott Fry hit his 500th career win this past Saturday with an overall record of 533 and 37 from his time at Grantham.
And what a record that is. We here at Messiah and at YBTV Sports want to extend a personal congratulations to Coach Fry and his incredible journey here.
Well, that's all the time we have for YBTV Sports tonight, but stay tuned for our first edition of YB Tonight of the fall 2025 semester right after this break.
Hey, how are you tonight? Welcome to our first edition of YB Tonight. Hey, I'm so happy that you're here. We're going to have a great show. Yeah, I understand. Oh, that sounds great. Well, how was your day on campus? I know it was beautiful today. It's so funny. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Well, like I said, I'm happy you're here. Thank you guys for being on the show tonight. It was an absolute blast. And for all you folks at home, sweet dreams. I'll see you next time on YB Tonight.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to YB Tonight. I'm Ethan Gregory, and we've got a fantastic show for you. We're kicking off a new academic year with some new faces, starting with Messiah's Director of Safety, Miranda Hogue, and head coach of Messiah Men's Lacrosse, Jerry Stanford. After we spend some time getting to know them, our guests will go head-to-head in a small game of Messiah Trivia. All that and more after the break. Welcome back. I'm here with Officer Miranda Hogue. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that this is our first YB Tonight of the semester. I couldn't be happier. Now, I know you're the new Director of Safety here at Messiah. Could you tell us a little bit about your experience at Messiah so far? Because you were here before you were hired for the director job, right?
Yes. I've been with Messiah for 4 years. I started out as officer and then went through just about every role in the department until starting with director. So.
Oh, wow. So what are some of the responsibilities that you've had in the past as an officer, and now what are some of the responsibilities you have as a director now?
Okay. As officer, I answered medical calls as an EMT,
Okay.
Safe rides, making sure buildings are secure, crises, fire alarms, any kind of emergencies that students have off campus, people coming on campus. And then as director, it's a lot more office, working on team collaboration and taking care of our community.
Now, what would you say you like a little bit more? I know the officer sounds like you're always out in the field, always on call, and then you're at a desk now. How do you feel about that? Even though, I mean, it is a different responsibility.
I like it. It's necessary, and we have a really great team over the last couple of years, so they're great people to work with.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Now, as you've come to this new job as the director, do you plan on making any changes in the safety department? I remember you talked a little bit about some team collaboration activities.
I'd argue if you can do this, you can do
What are
anything,
some of
'cause
those activities?
This is like
that
the
you've
opposite thing
implemented
that I would
trying
ever do.
to bring
So-
a better community around the safety department?
Over the last couple of years, we started Safety Santa, where this Santa Claus goes out with safety officers, the Easter chicken and the Easter bunny, and we pick up candy from we give candy to the students and just go through the halls, especially during finals week when things are
busy and
stressed.
crazy. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
just to give the students a break. So
I would say that's been one of my favorite memories at Messiah so far is Santa Claus showing up at the Union.
Oh, good.
During finals week with candy canes, and you're just hanging out with your friends, getting pictures with Santa Claus, eating candy canes. It's awesome. I love it. I'm glad that you guys have been able to make that a thing with Santa and the Easter Bunny. Do you have any exciting stories about your job, or maybe some exciting stories that you've witnessed in the past here at Messiah?
I think one of the exciting, without giving away any details, but one of the
we got to keep it under wraps.
Yeah, no, one of them is answering calls in a chicken soup.
Oh my goodness.
Or last year, this was so public, having someone pull a couch down University Avenue. So that was pretty exciting.
I won't say it. I knew who it was. It looked awesome. I'd love to be on that couch. I wasn't. So don't get me.
So.
But that was awesome. I remember the couch flying by, going up in the middle through campus. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I know we talked a little bit about your job. What's maybe a fun fact that many people don't know about you or your family? I do know we talked a little bit about how you're a volunteer firefighter as well. But what's another fun fact?
I have 8 children.
Oh my goodness.
5 privately adopted and 2 with Down syndrome. So,
wow.
A busy house.
Mama of 8. And then what would be your favorite thing about volunteering at the fire department?
Same thing as here. It's helping people. Not that you want bad things to happen, but being able to help someone in a crisis, knowing that you can make a difference for somebody.
Wonderful. I'm grateful that we have officers like you on campus here that care for people, that care for the students, that want the best for the campus community. Now, if you have any advice for any Messiah students, what do you think it would be?
That your experience here goes so much further than, and I'm sure you can say this too, as a senior, your experience here goes so much further than academics, but it has a lot to do with lifetime friendships and cultures, and not take things too seriously and enjoy every moment. So
you couldn't have said it any better. I think the relationships are something that I'll miss the most when I leave Messiah here in December. Now, a little bit more on the fun topic side of things. Do you go to Falcon, or do you go to Union, or are you a Lottie person?
Oftentimes I go to the Union.
The Union. What's your go-to Union order?
Either a cheeseburger or...
The smash burgers are great. I have to agree with you there.
Or a grilled chicken sandwich with cheese and the Union fries.
Now, I know it's a little bit of a hot take, but I think the Falcon fries are a little bit better than the Union fries.
Well, now I'm going to have to find out.
But also, I love the Falcon. The flatbread there is incredible.
Okay.
Now, this is just a random question that kind of came to my head. Is it true? Do officers do they love donuts and coffee? Is that true? Or is that just
everybody loves
a stereotype?
Donuts?
Well,
coffee?
That is true. I love donuts. I love coffee. Well, I don't love coffee. I'll drink a little bit of espresso, but that's about it. Or maybe a hazelnut cappuccino. Who knows?
There you go.
I have to feel in the mood for that. But other than that, I'm more of an herbal tea guy. And give me a glazed chocolate ring donut, I'm good to go.
Okay.
Is there anything I missed? Anything that you want to fill the rest of the audience in on, or something that never came up in the conversation?
Not that I just grateful to have the experience and do this with you. So
thank you so much for being on the show, Officer Hoke. And thank you for watching as well. After the break, we'll chat with the head men's lacrosse coach, Jerry Stanford, about his return to coaching.
Well, 10 things I hate about Corey. I hate that you're a slob. I hate that you're on the cob. I hate that you don't clean up. I hate that you don't shut up. I hate that you are stupid, times 2. I don't get along with that Corey fella at all.
Yeah, I don't know what Tyler's problem is. I think we work great. The only issue I see is his complaining. Like, I pick up after myself.
The main issue I have with Corey is that he just leaves his laundry everywhere, and coincidentally we have the same frickin' underwear brand. So every single time I go to clean up my laundry, it just gets mixed up with his.
Yeah, Tyler and I, ever since we first moved in together, there's always been like this disconnect. So, you know, I thought about sharing our hobbies would be a good way to like bring us closer together and stuff. So, and I have a passionate hobby about thumbtacks. And so I just thought that I would just share that with him and to see if he would like appreciate that and want to like explore more different hobbies and, you know, become closer. But I think it went great.
It's gotten so bad that we need to have an intervention.
We actually don't have any problems.
Are you kidding me?
Problem do we
You
have?
always deny that there's a problem just because you don't want to deal with the fact that you're causing them all.
Welcome back. I'm here with Coach Jerry Stanford, head coach of the Messiah men's lacrosse team. Jerry, how are you today?
Good, thanks.
Awesome. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here for our first show of YB Tonight. It's good to see you. And many of the folks probably at home don't know that it's a homecoming for you, as it's been 20 years since you last coached men's lacrosse here at Messiah.
It is. I think it was 1995 when I started, and I was here till about 2006 or so, somewhere in there, so about 10 years.
So what does it feel like coming back to Messiah after that long period of time?
Great. Messiah is a great place. Really excited to be back. It's an awesome opportunity to come back to a place maybe where you started your career and maybe the hopes of finishing it. It would be just a great way if that was to happen.
Now, I know from a younger coach, you being a younger coach back in 1995 to now being a coach in 2025, what are some of the things that you've learned while being a coach?
Well, I think 30 years.
Or how have you changed?
I would say, I was going to say, it's not just what I've learned, but maybe I've matured a little bit too. You know, I think we're all a product of the way we were coached, and so and back in the day, it was a lot of yelling and screaming and pushing, and I think now it's changed a lot, and we certainly try to motivate in different ways, and I think our guys are much more receptive to that, so hopefully I've learned and come a long ways, and not only understand the game, but just in how to motivate and work with our guys and make it a fun, enjoyable time and a good experience.
Right, and previous to you accepting this job here this past summer, you were at Trinity High School for 3 years.
Yep.
How's the transition been so far from transitioning from high school lacrosse to college lacrosse, where you're having to recruit on a whole different level, and you have a little bit more going on? What's that been like, the transition?
Well, pretty good. It's been only about a month, so it's been quick, and I haven't accomplished too much, but I've spent a number of years coaching college during the 20 years I was gone as well, so that helps. So it's not a huge transition, I think, on the field, but getting back into the recruiting, and that'll be something I haven't done in a little while, but it's certainly a part of my job that I enjoyed, and so I'm looking forward to that opportunity again.
So we talked about you becoming the new head coach here at Messiah again for the second time. What was it like going through that process of getting hired again?
It was, it wasn't something I was really expecting. It kind of came really quick. I won't tell you that I was convinced or sure that I was going to be a college coach again. I was thinking about the end of my career in 5-6 years, and I've certainly extended that now. So it's been something to get really excited about. It's brought back a lot of memories. I think to some degree it feels like you're riding a bike I've done it before. I'm excited about it, but I've got a lot to learn too as well, and learn 48 guys, and that'll be a process as well. But it just is something that's been really exciting for me. Feels comfortable. Certainly haven't been here before, but a lot about Messiah has changed, but it's still a beautiful place and a great place, I think, to recruit to.
Right, and I know you've been here since August 4th. You don't know your guys extremely well yet. I know you've had a couple practices under your belt here in this fall season. What's it like getting to interact with all these new guys? Are they receptive to what you talk about, some of the core values of the program, or how is that dynamic working right now this fall?
I think it's gone well. They've been great. We're going away for a weekend retreat. We'll get to know each other a little bit better. So far, it's just been having guys stop by the office, get a chance to meet them. We've had some meetings and some maybe a week's worth of practices, but we haven't really gotten too far into that yet. But they've been awesome, and I'm looking forward to this weekend getting to know them all by name. And we'll have 6 new coaches to them, so they've got to learn some new faces as well. So I think that'll happen over the next few months and give us a couple months after that to get ready for the spring season.
Perfect. I usually try and stay up to date on campus. So I talked to a lot of your players, and I heard that some of your assistant coaches are actually following you from Trinity, right?
Yes. I think we've brought over 3 from Trinity. 2 of them are Messiah grads.
Okay. So they already played for you.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So kind of I think it's good to have Messiah grads here, but also we've been coaching together for 3 years as well. So that gives us some familiarity to go out in the field and to have a structured practice, and helps a lot instead of everybody being new and trying to put it all together at one time.
Right. You talking about a strong Messiah alumni base. Why do you think that's important to have on your coaching staff?
Well, I think Messiah is a different place, but as Christians, we're certainly also supposed to be witnesses too. We wear Messiah on our jersey. So it's a little bit of a sacrifice maybe in some of the things that we push for, as far as maybe language on the field, and those guys were always trying to uphold our witness. So our coaches understand why we do that. They understand they were in their shoes, so they've also played for me, which probably helps a little bit as well. But I think just it's helpful to have our guys, our team, be able to look up to some coaches and ask them questions about what it was like for them. And so we can kind of put a similar vision together and work towards a common goal.
That's got to be a crazy perspective for some of your assistant coaches who literally played under you, and then they've seen the evolution of playing under you, and then coaching with you at the high school level, and now coaching back here at Messiah where everything kind of started. That's got to be such a surreal experience for everyone involved.
Yep.
Now, what's some advice that you would give to, actually, I'm not going to ask that question. This fall season, I know you guys have a little bit of a fall season.
Yep.
How many scrimmages do you play? Who do you play? When? Where?
So we have our alumni game on homecoming, the 4th of October. And then that'll be great to see a bunch of 20 years ago, some of those guys come out. I told them to bring their equipment, so hopefully they'll play. And we'll have some young guys out too, and I think it's a competitive game every year for us. And then we'll have 3 teams coming to join us on October 18th.
So almost like a tri-match.
Exactly. So we'll all get to play 3 games that day. And so that'll get a chance for us to see some other jerseys and some other teams and get a good look of what it looks like to be a team. We have 19 freshmen as well, so we're excited to get a feel of what it's like to be on the field together with a different opponent.
19 freshmen, you guys are going to be very young. What are you looking forward to the most this spring?
Well, I think we have a good returning mix too, and a lot of leadership coming back and a lot of experience and some great players. So it's a luxury. I think our practices with those freshmen will be competitive because they're very good players. So we'll have a lot of depth, but I do think we have a good group coming back too. So we'll have some good experience there. So we expect to do what I think every Messiah team does, and hopefully compete at a high level for conference titles, and that'll be our goal every year.
We got one more question. And I do hope you guys win a conference title. I hope you guys go far. I'll be rooting for you. What do you miss? What's been great about being back in Messiah, or what did you miss most when you were gone?
Well, if I can answer that in two ways. I think what's really impacted me, and the neat thing is to see all the people that are still here. And it speaks a lot about Messiah, the atmosphere, and what a great place it is. And I'd say probably what I miss the most is the atmosphere and the culture, if you will, and the Christian environment. And to be able to immerse yourself and be in that is I think, an awesome opportunity you take for granted when you're not there all the time. So I think that's what I'm most thankful for the opportunity back for, is to be a part of that once again.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Coach Stanford. We're going to take a short break. And when we come back, Officer Hogue and yourself are going to be going 1v1 in a game of Messiah Trivia. Stick around. We'll see you then. Welcome back to YB Tonight. I'm Ethan Gregory, joined by Messiah's Director of Safety, Miranda Hogue, and head coach of Messiah Men's Lacrosse, Coach Jerry Stanford. They're about to go head-to-head in a little trivia competition. I have here a set of 6 questions regarding Messiah. First one to buzz in gets to answer the question. The first 5 questions are worth 5 points, and then the last question is worth 2. The player with the most points at the end wins. Are you both ready?
Sure.
Sure. All right. I'm excited to see who's the most competitive. Question 1. Is it going to show up? No. We're going to go right here. What is the name of the parking lot located next to the outdoor track just north of Starry Parking Lot?
Oh, so it's not Starry Parking Lot?
Nope. What do we got?
P-lot is what we call it in our office.
P-lot. I'm going to say no. It's Triona lot or
on top.
TR lot. All right, we'll go on to question number 2 here. What is the name of Messiah's beloved mascot?
Well,
Messiah's mascot.
Okay. It's a falcon, but I don't know the falcon's name.
Felix.
Close, but no mustard. Flex.
Flex.
Okay.
Flex the falcon. It's all
that.
right, Coach. I'll give you a
I
little
know.
grace. It's been 20 years.
That was bad.
All right, question number 3. I think you guys got this one. Which first-year residence hall was just renovated this summer? Coach Stan. Noggle. Bingo. We have our first point of the competition. Coach Stanford, you've got a point. Did you know it was Noggle? You had to have known. All right, question number 4. Which Messiah sports team participates in the annual Marshmallow Bowl?
Soccer.
Bingo. I am excited to play in the Marshmallow Bowl this upcoming September. Well, I guess it is September. Oh well. Question number 5. What is the name of the creek that runs along the south side of campus?
The south side.
Well, I mean, it's just campus.
The Yellow Breeches.
The Yellow Breeches, right on. Right on. I love floating down the Yellow Breeches on a nice summer day. All right. Our last question, worth 2 points. Coach, you've got 2 points. Officer Hogue, you're at 0 right now, but this can save you, and then we would have to come up with another question. All right. Question number 6. What year was Messiah founded?
1909.
1909. Oh my goodness, we have a tie. 2-2. I'm going to have to think of a question on the spot. Let's see. Okay. I've got a lot to choose from. Let's go with, what is the Wednesday meal at Lottie? Well, there's usually 3, but there's one that's known specifically by students. It ends with filet, but what's it start with? Chick-fil-A, no. It's falcon fillet.
Okay.
All right, let's think of another question real quick. Yeah, we're just going to end it like that. Actually, no, we can't. We'll just do rock, paper, scissors. I like rock, paper, scissors, all right? Rock, paper, scissors for all the marbles.
Okay.
We'll do it right here, right now, okay?
Okay.
We know how to play rock, paper, scissors, right?
Yeah.
All right,
I think I
ready?
remember.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Bingo, Coach Stanford with the win. Thank you so much for being here.
Very nice.
I love it. We've got sportsmanship all over. Unfortunately, our time has come to an end, but thank you so much for being here. Tune in next week for more YBTV and YB Tonight. Good night, Messiah.